So hi guys, if you're looking at improving your ball striking, if you're interested in swing technique, and if you're looking at becoming a better golfer, there's something in this video for everybody as we look at Sink on the left, McIlroy on the right, two of the best ball strikers on the planet. Stuart Sink's just won again. This is incredible, this guy. Leading greens in regulation, and he's doing it with a steep entry, thrusting of the hips and drawing and pulling the head back. I mean, how's that possible? Man, how many times has this guy been leading greens in regulation? British Open champion. Then you're looking at McIlroy, who drops his head a foot and the elbow's rammed in and stuck behind him. Better fix that one, Rory. You're not going to make any money. I mean, guys, really getting in there to understand some of these moves, it's essential for really all of us out there. Now let's have a look at Sink here as he comes down. Now, generally speaking, right, when you see this type of entry into the golf ball, you're going to see this club head. See how the club's coming in over the shoulder. Now, normally speaking, you need this for a dry day. If you're using TrackMans and flight scopes and high-speed cameras, you're getting in there, you're going to need this driver to touch this line down here eventually at some stage. Right? It will come down underneath it. You'll even have a lot of players coming down under here and still having a zero path. But when you see Sink from there, that's really, really hard to get that thing back on plane. And it's not like the swing was high at the top. Right, he actually comes slightly over the top of it here, but he flattens it out later on. Now have a look at this head. Right, look at this early extension that he's got here. So he pulls his head back. I'll just click on the right line. Oh, I had the right line. There we go. Pulls his head back in this direction. Right, his hips move in this direction here. So watch this, and everyone's really concerned that when they see that, that's a huge mistake. But would you tell Stuart that? Would you say, Stuart, I've just filmed your swing. You better change that. You're winning tournaments and you're leading greens in regulation. Now, why is it still working when he does it? Well, it helps him. All right, so it's actually going to help him get this club down on a lower plane by pulling the head back and pushing the hips forwards. Now, if you were to keep your head, we've done this a lot on TrackMan, stopping early extension with people that have a steep entry, they'll steepen it even further. And you get him coming there 7 or 8 degrees from the outside, but he keeps pulling the head back, thrust the head. Now look at this position here, right? Now, if you've seen some of my other videos, now if you're filming your swings with your mobile phones, right, this is really important. Flat left wrist, look at that club head there. All right, so this is really important to notice. We do a lot of this on World Class Golf instruction. All right, so we get in there and you put a clock up over the face, and you get that club coming by in your hands, and all slicers have the club face over here. I do about 12 lessons a day. You see it every day. Now, this is just continues. Now it starts to get down on the line and he's in a good place. But the thing is, when you come in with your hands over from this direction, they're coming in steep, right? Have a look at McIlroy. So his hands are going to come in much lower, all right? So for Sink coming down in this direction steep, he's going to have a very steep shaft at impact, all right? So he's going to be really having a plane there that's well up and over the 50-degree area like this. Now, if he's up that high, it's higher than DeChambeau. All right, so when you're looking at a one-plane type of action, look at that. This lead wrist is up really, really high now. Now, what sort of accommodates that is that the shoulders are a fair bit open. All right, so if you can open up these shoulders from here, it's going to free him up a little bit. So he's got his shoulders a long way open, and the tour averages, you're looking at your torso, that part of your body, 24 to 36 degrees. That's a fair bit. But from here, with that high hands, he's going to have to bow that wrist down really, really hard. So you see that face really turning over, and that's a little bit of a rescue move, but he's able to rescue that, and with the head and the chest clearing, he absolutely flushes it. Now, another player that we see that does this move a lot also is Jason Day. So a wonderful, wonderful ball striker, this guy. And if we pop up a line here, sort of on that hip, and we get one up on the cap, and I'll put a line in at say 43 degrees around there, because it's about the plane that they stand on. We'll watch the head sort of pull back, and it's a similar position as how it's coming in steep. I'll just draw back here. So if any of you out there are doing this, or if you're teaching people, be careful what you're doing. Now watch this head. See how far his head pulls back, and it keeps it coming. He's got the slot, and he gets it on the line, and the head's gone back a mile. We've got some early extension, and then through the golf ball. Now Sink is really, it's from the front view. I've got to show you this. Just hang in there, because you wait till you see how awesome this motion really is through the golf ball. and we'll just pop up a line on the outside of this leg. This really is such a pure golf swing. We'll just play that through in slow motion so you can just get a look at that. I'll just come up a bit further here. This is actually really is a remarkable move through the gore. It's a great pivot, gets it all to collect, and then moves forwards and into it. Look at the head and the chest. And how many times are we seeing that move, that lateral shift? I'll just pop in a couple of lines here and you'll see from the top. We're going to have the line on the head here. World Class Golf Instruction has over 700 detailed videos for every golfer. Practice programs and evidence-based material is applied to helping you to become your own coach and play your best golf. Join us in the chat room and join the community of World Class Golf Instruction. Have a look at this from the top. Now, you know this, I do talk about lateral movements. It's almost got a bad name, but every great player does it. And if you want to be serious about your golf, film your swings. If you want some online lessons, jump on CraigHansonGolf.com and just, I've got WhatsApp contact with a lot of people, filming, helping people from all over the world. Have a look at this head and chest move through. Now, it's a huge release, isn't it? But it is a pure action, isn't it? Really just leaves the tee in the ground and just free flowing head, chest, lateral movement and just pure. Love the swing. Great to see him doing well at such. I love to see these guys doing well at such a late age in life. Guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Worldclassgolf.com, 1,000 videos. Check that one out. We'll see you next time.